She's an international artist who's been traveling the world. She lived in Texas for a while. Now she's in Montreal, putting on a show at the Mile End Gallery. The exhibit is about North American cityscapes, and as with any artist, there's always a unique twist. Denise Buisman PIlger is here in studio with us. So, you're originally from the Netherlands.
Yes, I am.
Before Texas and Montreal. Now you call our city your home.
Yes.
And what brought you to Montreal, first off?
Well, actually, that's my husband's work. He's an engineer, and he works for this Dutch company, and they employ their employees all over the world. So right now he's working for Bombardier on a new C-Series plane.
Interesting.
Yes.
You're an artist, and I know how difficult it can sometimes be for an independent artist to get your name out there, to get known. There's a certain amount of hustling, so to speak, involved.
Yeah.
You came to Montreal, and you had it was a challenge for you. It's been a challenge for you.
A big challenge, yes.
How so?
Well, as you know, as a starting artist, it's already a big challenge to get your name out there and your work out there. And as long as you haven't sold anything or haven't showed anywhere, you're basically a nobody. So it's already very hard. And then if you step into a new city where nobody knows you and you don't have any contacts at all, that makes it even more hard.
We're looking at some of the work that you did, and you kind of experiment with mixed media and photo collages as part of your work. What is it about cityscapes, for example, that inspired you? Because, just before the interview, I was talking with one of the editors that was putting it together, and they thought it was amazing stuff.
Thank you.
What is the inspiration here?
Well, basically the fact that I travel a lot, and I find that as a traveler you have a unique perspective on the places you visit, because for example, when I'm in New York, I love the yellow cabs, and I just can't help myself. I have to take pictures of those, and I imagine the people living there, they don't notice them anymore. So I find it very nice to be able to pinpoint those things that I find fascinating about foreign cities that maybe people who live there take for granted.
The exhibit is called Traveling the World, and the other thing that's interesting, of course, is that more and more people are living in urban environments, and we are becoming more and more connected to our cities as part of our everyday life. And it's interesting how that is kind of translated in your work as well.
Yeah, definitely. I also want to try to incorporate all those people that live in the city, because they make the city what it is, don't they? I mean,
they do, of course.
Yeah.
They're part of the urban environment.
Exactly.
It's almost like kind of like an urban savanna.
Yeah. So when I visit a city, I try to sneak pictures of all those people on the street that make the city what it is. So I really try, because I find that every time you put people in a piece, it makes it more.
They can relate.
Yeah, exactly.
They sort of see themselves reflected in the artwork. You lived in many places around the world. How do you find Montreal?
I really like Montreal. What I find fascinating about Montreal is that it's such a mixture of American culture and European culture. It's really a balance between the both, and it has these old elements, very charming, and at the same time it has like the nice modern buildings and the really American feel to it, and I really like that the two sides it has.
The show, as I said, Traveling the World, you have a vernissage coming up on Thursday, the 14th of April, and it's from 6 to 9 at the Mile End Gallery, which is on Park Avenue. We have some information that we're going to bring up about that. Basically, you're going to be going, the show is going to be going until the 23rd of April as well.
Correct.
So people can go to this gallery to learn more, or they can also go to the website there on your screen, which is DeniseBuismanPIlger.com. And how do we say it in Dutch, your name?
Buisman PIlger.
My Dutch is so rusty. Thanks very much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Take care.